Welcome to another episode of the Good Guys Podcast. We are back. It has been about 3 weeks. I've been in the field, sleeping in the woods, in the cold, but we're back. It's the Good Guys Podcast. I am a happily married man and a humble father of 4. And as always, I am here with none other than the Honorable, the Reverend Joshua Ezzy.
The one and only. But first, let me just let you guys know what Brandon was really doing in the field.
Okay, let the people know.
I heard he was on porta potty duty.
Wow. No, I was not on porta potty duty, but I was close at one point. We didn't have porta potties out there. Nobody had to. No, not at all. But what I did have to do one of the days out there was what they call KP duty, which is, so they have like a tactical kitchen out there, which, by the way, the worst possible name you could ever think of for a kitchen in the field. Doesn't sound appetizing at all. I think they should change it to, I don't know, home style kitchen.
What do they call it? I missed that part. What they call it?
They call it the tactical kitchen.
What?
Right. I'm like, dude, I know it's the Army, guys, but come on. Like, that's the only halfway decent good thing that we have out here in the field is the fact that they're cooking hot meals. And you guys had to call it a tactical kitchen.
What is tactical? It's like, so you talking about the lunch that's in the little bags? You pour the bag, you add water. Is that what y'all had to eat?
Those are MREs. So those are like, like freeze-dried foods. And then you have like some, I don't know, like there's like a bag and then there's like a heater in there. You pour water in there, it heats up and you put them, the bag in there and it heats up the food. It's like ravioli and stuff like that. It's not really good.
It's not good? Oh, okay.
So what happens when you go into the field for an extended period of time, like this time, where we're out there for like a week and a half, they bring what's called a tactical kitchen out there. So it's like a big like trailer. And basically it's MREs, but times 10. Like there's a really big bag of MRE food and they just heat it up and put it on a plate.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. So, tactical kitchen, that's what it's called. I think they should come up with a better name. I don't think everything in the military has to be tactical, but that's just me. But what I did have to do, one day I had to pull KP duty. So basically what you're doing is you're helping the cooks basically do the stuff that they don't really want to do.
Oh, man.
So from 5:30 in the morning until 9:30 at night.
Wow.
I was taking out trash, sorting trash, cleaning dishes, sorting trash. So they had a trash collection point, but there can't be like any cardboard and, the cardboard can't be with the normal trash. And then if there is, food like still in the cardboard that everybody didn't eat, you have to take that out and separate it.
Man, that's what having 4 kids would do to you.
It was a bad day. It was a bad day to say the least.
Man, I wish we could have got visuals for a visual podcast of that, brother.
You remember when you had that summer job?
Oh,
and you sent me that picture.
Man, you saw that big old dumpster behind my back, bro. You saw me in disgrace.
That picture that you sent me with your face just twisted up in a way that only a man who had worked all day could possibly make. That is the face that I had. And if I had been able to use my cell phone out there, which we weren't, I would have sent you a similar picture because that is the hardest day of work I've ever had in my life.
Wow. Yeah, that picture. I wish we had that picture, man, because that thing showed you just how half of a man I felt.
Yeah.
How from that day I was inspired to be somebody. That's that you ever had that job where you just say, you know what, I gotta be somebody.
I've got to be somebody.
That's got to be the title of the podcast. I got to be somebody because boy,
got to be somebody.
Man, I remember that time I used to have to ride my bike to Harris Teeter 4:30 in the morning and sit in the freezer all day stacking produce. Man, at that day I said I got to be somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I said, man, I gotta be my own boss, man. I cannot work for somebody all the days of my life, man. That's why I'm getting to a place in my life where I'm saying, you know what? I got to be somebody.
Exactly. Hey, hold up, J.E. I'm going to pause it right here.
No problem. I'll talk to the people.
Okay, talk to the people.
As you can hear, that's Brandon dealing with one of 4 children, maybe 2 of 4. And that right there, those sounds that you heard, and I repeat, makes me want to be somebody. I got to be somebody. Because you know what? I don't want to have 4 kids, right? And then all of a sudden have to decipher between what's cardboard and what's plastic. You know, cardboard and plastic should only be reserved when you're in a grocery store. When you're in a grocery store, they say, do you want plastic or paper? You know, I don't want to be the type of guy where I'm forced because I have 4 kids to serve the Army strong. I want to be the guy that, you know, in this state of my life now, I can set up residual buckets of income. I can establish myself. I can walk faithfully with God. I can do a lot of things, and so that I can be somebody before I make somebody. That's today's message. You gotta be somebody before you make somebody. Because when you make a body, or fellas, if you bring a body, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to call women bodies, but when you bring a woman into your life, you gotta be somebody, man. Listen, you don't want to be a nobody out here making bodies. Because if you're nobody making bodies, then all of a sudden you're going to be forced to do what Brandon did for 2 weeks and do trash duty. Do you want to do trash duty? No, that's why it may have taken me 10 years. All of y'all done had y'all sex and y'all done partied. Y'all done did all your fun. But, you know, he who laughs last laughs best. So if you listen to this right now, you're just like, hey, I don't want to be that guy. You just got to do what it takes to be somebody, man. You have a purpose. Deep down inside of you is a purpose. And I'm just rattling along until Brandon gets back. But when you have 4 kids, what can you do? You back?
Hush. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because, boy, I was about to give them a word, BD. I was about to give them a word, BD. I told you, don't leave me and the people by myself, bro. Because I'm gonna give a word from on high. Hey.
Oh, boy. I'm sorry, people of the Good Guys podcast, for that interruption. I am a father of 4, and yeah.
Ooh, I was about to take them to Axe, brother, so they could be somebody. Because I was like, you gotta do some actions, man. Because BD, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be somebody. Because I told the people, before you be somebody, before you make a body, be somebody.
Oh, that's some powerful stuff right there.
Yeah, because, man. Yeah. Making babies and you still a baby yourself. That ain't good.
It's not. All right. But anyway, to get back to the topic at hand, they had your boy out there.
Wow.
Sleeping in the woods. Wasn't cool. Well, I'm glad to be back.
Did you have a partner, or you did this all by yourself?
So like each unit had to provide a KP. So there were like 6 or 7 of us, but
y'all rotated.
No. Well, I mean, I only did it one day. I only had to do it one day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, within my unit, yes, we rotated.
So did they laugh at you? Did they clown you, or you just had peace of mind?
What do you mean?
You know, I'm talking about the people in the Army. Did they laugh at you? Our soldiers.
No. I mean, the people in my unit, yes, they laughed when they came up for lunch, and I was in the back, you know, taking out trash like I was a high school dropout. But, hey, you know. Man,
that's what's good about, you know, you doing what you do on the side. This is only for a season.
Exactly.
It's only for a season, man. Most of those people in these industries and professions, they need that job, or they need that. I'm so glad I don't need it.
Yeah, like it was definitely like I had to pat myself on the back. I said, Brandon, this is why you went to high school, you went to college, so that you do not have to do this on a daily basis. But, you know, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, some people have to do it. You got to do what you got to do. And like you said, you know, if you are doing that, you do have to do it. Hey, it's temporary. Come up with a plan and find out a way to, you know, pull yourself up from your bootstraps and get to a better place. So not knocking anybody who has to do that.
We're not trying to knock you, man. We're just trying to wake you up, man, so you can see what's inside of you. So you can say, you know what? Why make a temporary place permanent? You know, you make a temporary place permanent when you don't know your purpose. Every place has a purpose for the overall purpose, but if you lose sight of the bigger picture, you will settle for the far corner of a picture. And that's why I'm just like, you know, you just got to look at your life and say, hey, man, what do I want to be, man? Because I had a lot of sucky jobs, Brandon, a lot of them. I mean, working in a freezer, you know, packing up people's furniture for the United van lines. I had to move people in. I worked in the produce section in the freezer, still smiling, still giving great customer service. I was on a phone call. We worked in call centers, me and Brandon.
Boy.
And yes, Wells Fargo, Acer computers in college. Those boy, I had to.
Hey, we done did it all, man.
Nah, Brandon, and see, I couldn't even get a ride to work. I remember when I got my first apartment at Oral Roberts University, man. I had to walk in the heat. We talking about Oklahoma, Texas heat, dry heat.
Bruh.
I had to walk all the way to work and sit there for 8 hours and hope that someone would grace me back home.
Bruh, that was a grind, yo. I remember that. And why didn't I give you rides to work? We're not going to talk about that.
Of course the people know why you didn't give me a ride. I probably
wait a minute. I was at ORU during that time.
Yeah, man, you used to pass me all the time, rolled your window down, said, I see you at work, Josh. And I'm like, bruh. I said, man, I'm over here just trying to make it, man. And this man wouldn't even give me a ride. What kind of car you had? He had a little, you had one of those
1992 Honda Acura, the 92 Midnight Blue.
Man, that thing deserved to be. That thing was actually pretty nice, though.
It got the job done.
It got a lot of jobs done, but hey, we ain't gonna go there. But
we're not gonna go there. I'm sure there was a perfectly reasonable.
Now you had class. You had class, man.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
But still, you know what I'm saying? You can't leave class 10 minutes early to get me to the place of employment. Hey,
that was a walk, man. And the reason I know it was a walk because I had to make that walk one time.
Oh, man, I remember
you
called me and you said...
I called you and I talked to you that entire while. I'm like, oh, no, J.E., I don't know how you do this every day. You're going to have to talk to me throughout this whole walk.
You know how it is when you in a desert or you in a wintry tundra and you got to talk to stay alive.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make it. I'm not cut for that.
When you got to Walmart, the thing about it, no matter where you woke up, when you woke up, you saw your job because we lived in the job was in those towers.
Oh
man, yeah. When you got to Walmart, bruh, and you realize you at the praying hands, and you like, oh man, I'm not there yet.
I'm not even close.
Man, when you got the Sonic, you was about to die, bruh. When you got the Sonic, you remember Sonic right there? You was like, man, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. I can't even get the happy hour of slushies. Boy, and then you still had to work 8 hours.
Boy, sometimes you just gotta, reflect and look back and look where God has brought you from.
Yeah, man. Don't get so caught up on how far the journey is ahead. Look how far you came, man, because I remember days working those jobs where I was like, man, I suck. Man, because I don't know how I got delivered, man. If it wasn't for Unplugged, bro, if it wasn't for finding my purpose, man, I can't imagine, man. I go to Harris Teeter sometime today and I still see the people that worked there when I worked there almost 10 years ago. I'm like, you okay? Like, man, you want me to pull up one of these lawn chairs that y'all selling in the front because it's almost springtime? Just have a conversation. But this too shall pass, Brandon. This too shall pass, Brandon.
Well, and again, that is not my normal job. All right, we're in the field.
Oh, okay.
And right, so
but your normal job is to serve the soldiers, right?
It's kind of like.
Are you a soldier? Are you a soldier?
I am absolutely a soldier. Okay, and I am trained to do everything that a normal soldier can do.
Nah,
okay?
You're trained. Actually,
with my weapon.
Actually, you're more trained than the soldiers are.
What do you mean?
Because you serve them, so you have serving kind of qualities that they don't have.
Okay, so let's get this clear. Okay, I'm a unit supply specialist. All right, my job is to provide the soldiers with the things that they need to accomplish the mission.
What kind of things they need? What are the top 5 things these soldiers need?
Top 5 things that the soldiers need.
Yeah.
Some of it you guys probably don't even know what they are, but yeah, like I mean, they need chem lights a lot of times. Because when they go, they're like think glow sticks. Glow sticks is what you would.
So do you tell me you want to
see what you're doing? You see what you do? You're disrespecting the men and women that are protecting our country.
No, I'm disrespecting the man that serves the people that protect our country.
You know what?
You come with those glow sticks like those women in the clubs with the bottles. With the bottles with the little fireworks on them.
You know what? Completely disrespectful. All right. They do a lot of night operations. So the chem lights allow them to mark off certain areas, like marking off the tent so people don't run into the tent in the middle of the night. Those are the kinds of reasons why they need chem lights. All right. The other stuff I'm not even going to get into because I would have to explain everything that they do. And I'm not getting into all that. But yes, I do provide 2-ply toilet paper. All right. It is important.
The good stuff.
When you come out to the field, you still have to use the bathroom. All right. And you can have 1-ply toilet paper or you can have 2. So I just so happen to be good enough at my job that I have the stock number for 2-ply toilet paper.
Hey, man. Hey, that's a good lesson, man. Be the best no matter where you are. Be the best. Know what?
I feel like you're coming condescending with my job. No, it's actually a very important job. Okay, look, I provide things for the soldiers. Okay, but I also am in charge of property accountability for the unit. Okay, so my unit
maintenance.
No, it is not. My unit has $23 million worth of property. Okay, including the vehicles, supplies, computers, everything in the unit. I'm accountable for. So I have to make sure that we have all of the vehicles, all of the equipment, all of the weapons that we need to accomplish our mission. So,
you know what that sounds like?
An accountant.
No. You don't deal with the numbers. You know what that sounds like? You wash the guns, you wash their clothes. You
see. I don't know where you got any of that from. I do not wash the weapons or the guns or anything like that. I make sure that they are properly accounted for.
Hey, man, I ain't want to spend all that time talking about you, man. I just want people to be the best where they are, and even if you're serving soldiers 2-ply, it's better than 1-ply. And a clean soldier,
it is.
A clean soldier is a good soldier, man.
Absolutely,
it's a focused soldier. So I appreciate you serving our. Well, are you serving? I guess you are serving our country.
You know what?
We appreciate you.
Don't do that.
We appreciate you. I know.
All right. Anyway,
I know.
You know what? I'm back.
Are you gonna be the accountant over the wall that they're gonna build over by Mexico? Are you gonna be the Mexican American accountant wall builder? That's what you
Wow. No, I will not be the one that they send down to build a wall.
Okay, good. Sounds good.
All right. But anyway, I'm not in the field anymore. I'm back. I'm glad to be back. And we got to get started. We've gone for 18 minutes on a bunch of
the people love it, bro.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Weekly airing of grievances. So this is something that I actually heard of before we went out to the field, but I didn't get to talk about it because I was in the field. So now I'm going to talk about it because this is something that we talked about previously.
Hey,
and now it has come to fruition.
Call me a prophet. That's all I got to say. Call me a prophet. I can function in multiple areas of ministry. And I'm going to let Brandon tell a story because I want you to see, that God only confirms, what has already been predestined, and he uses his man of God,
don't let Josh be right about anything ever.
Don't ever let me be right because I'm right a lot of times. And I will let you know I'm right, especially in the midst of doubt. When you doubted me, I'm going to be okay, keep your Alexa on. Go, yeah, keep Siri on. Let the people know what God spoke through the man of God 4 weeks ago.
So, in case the people haven't heard, if you've paid attention to the news over the past month or so, Amazon Echoes, who have the virtual assistant Alexa, have been experiencing some troubling, you can call it, some troubling instances where Alexa would give off a weird, creepy laugh, unprompted. Just, the Alexa's just sitting on your desk, and all of a sudden she just, I don't know. I can't even duplicate it. I listened to it. If you got YouTube or something like that, go listen to it. It's really creepy. And that's my airing of grievances. You know why it's an airing of grievances? Because I bought my parents an Amazon Echo for Christmas.
See?
And I can only visualize in my head the terror that my mother probably, when Amazon Alexa randomly started laughing in the middle of the living room. Matter of fact, I take that back. Because Mama Dixon did not experience terror. Mama Dixon laid hands on Amazon Echo.
Hey!
That's what Mama Dixon did.
See?
Mama Dixon probably cast a demon out of Amazon Echo.
I
feel sorry for the Echo.
I don't think, listen, yo, your mom's hands was deep in the collars at that time. Your mom's hands was deep in marinating the beef tips, brother.
I bet you it was some beef marinade on Echo, because I guarantee you she laid hands on that thing.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Mama Dixon don't play.
Jesus.
Well, your dad came down the stairs with that AK-47. I'm like, dang, Mr. Dixon.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Alexa in that household, but for other people, I'm sure they were completely creeped out.
Let me tell you something. Every black home, that Alexa was on the back porch. that thing was outside. Every black home. You know what I would have did if Alexa started creeping laugh? First off, I would have immediately went into tongues. Immediately. He starts speaking an unknown language. I need a connection to the commander in chief right now.
The Most High.
Listen, I would have went to that closet, got the box, just calmly put it right back in there and put it right outside, and then went to go get the oil. And I'm going to go to the doorpost I'm going to go to every window, every door, and I say, in the name of Jesus, I command right now through the authority that has been given unto me.
My God.
I command every spirit of Alexa or Alexis, if you got the hood version of Echo, in the name, I command you to go. Boy, I would have opened that front door and command every spirit to go out of my house in the name that's above every name.
My goodness.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what happened in probably 77% of black households.
Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. The robots are coming. I'm telling you right now, they've been warning us in movies. Did you see that YouTube clip of those two yellow robots? Look, they was walking like dogs that opened a door, and one robot dog opened the door and let the other robot in.
No, I did not see that.
That thing was the creepiest, because I was like, man, you mean to tell me you can open my door and you know I sleep hard?
Right.
I'm like, how are you supposed to kill a robot, bruh?
I mean,
and so that's I'm telling you, man. See, the devil's just trying to be like God, man. And I'm telling you, y'all better listen, man. Y'all better know who your God is, man. Because Alexa is just the beginning. Where did she get that creep laugh from? That's not in our settings. That's not in the settings. You know how you can select different voices on your GPS thing?
Right.
Like that creepy voice is not a setting. And what is she laughing at?
All right. In Amazon's defense, apparently they are saying that they have figured out why it was happening. They're saying that maybe she was picking up on some background noise. I don't know, the TV or something that sounded like Alexa laugh. So everybody's home had the same TV channel up for her to grab that. Look, this is what they said. Man, okay,
listen, I don't believe in what they say.
Yeah, it sounds like some backpedaling. It sounds like a cover up.
That's a moonwalk. Man, that's a moonwalk spinoff. Say goodnight, see you in Texas kind of thing. Not no. Like this thing right here is the beginning. Alexa is they need stuff in your home to gather information about you. Put it in a database so that when they have this one world, okay, let me tone down. When they start trying to be like God, right? And because God is omnipresent, I mean he's everywhere. God is omniscient, which he's all knowing. And the best way, Satan doesn't have that power. So what does he do? He utilizes technology to do it. That's why if he can get you accustomed to talking to technology and allowing it to stay on.
Right.
Listen, bro, I don't believe in anything being in my house smarter than me. I want one-dimensional things. I want a fridge that refrigerates. I want a microwave that only microwaves. Give me a timer. That's cool. I want a stove that only heats. Listen, like I cover my webcam. Like I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna see me. You gonna see. Y'all ain't gonna about to let me leak nowhere. Leak my pictures, but I keep myself covered.
I think that's what the laugh was. I think the laugh is when you've done something or said something and they've got you. You've said something that they can use against you at some point later. Man, it was like, Alexa caught that. And she was like, ha, ha, ha.
I'm like, bruh. And the thing about it is, man, it's over. That's why I'm like, listen, man. That's why I got to be somebody. And I got to do whatever it takes to stay close to the Father, man. It's about to get, this is the beginning, man. I turned Siri's still off. So I don't talk. Nah, Siri, she ain't coming back on, bro.
I don't think I ever turned her off. Let me look. I don't think I ever turned her off.
See, BD.
I don't ever use, like, I completely.
It doesn't matter if you use Siri. Siri's using you. It don't matter. It don't matter if you listen. She's always there. These Siris and Alexas are trying to be the Holy Ghost, dog. This is their Holy Ghost.
Search. Listen for Hey Siri. Allow Siri when locked. You can change Siri's voice. Oh shit!
See, bro.
You can have it via mail. Hold up, I didn't even know that.
Siri, your virtual assistant.
Oh my gosh! Why is it a white guy? Why? Where's Tyrone?
Why it can't be a black guy?
Where's the Jamal up? Where's the Jamal option? Hey, yo, what's up? What you need?
Yo, I feel like that's got to be new. That's crazy. I did not know Siri could be a dude.
You probably got the update, but look what kind. I don't want him talking to me. Well, maybe I don't mind a white guy being an assistant, being a black man. But what I'm trying to say, I'm just joking. But where's Jamal, man?
Hey, man.
Where's Keisha? Where's Keisha?
I need ethnicity here. I need African American male.
What about Maria? What about?
Might get some people in trouble.
Nah, bro. I ain't putting on Maria, dog.
Nah. Yes, probably. Oh, hold up. I'm saying
you got Maria? Nah, Maria, don't talk to me like that. Don't give me no Spanish.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna put it on black woman. You always get stuff done, yeah.
Oh God. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not getting in trouble.
Nah, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, man. Hey, don't leave me out here, B.
I'm sorry. My wife listens to the podcast. Not good.
Hey, bro, don't leave me out here, bro. I had good intentions.
You in the wind on that one.
Yeah, that's low key racist, bro. Why y'all got two white? Well, Siri's a robot, but they got Michael, or what's the white guy's name?
Dang,
Mark.
Man. I wish I would have known they was gonna have a male voice. I probably could have applied for that, and I think the lady who did Siri, she's rich.
Yeah, bro, you should
have been the male. I could have been the male voice.
You could have been the male voice, but what you did, you made babies. That's what happens, BD.
Is that what it was? Jeez.
Yeah, man, because bro, 5 years ago you was making these songs, dog. 6 years ago you had the voice your whole life.
Speaking of songs, we are waiting on Joshua Ezzy to write his verse for the next Good Guys Holy Parody. I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, listen. You want to write it? Just joking. No, I'm joking. No, what I'm trying to say is, man, look, man, I'm trying to get things done, bro. I'm gonna give the people the bars, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to them soon. But
that's all the people.
But when
ask.
it comes to Alexa, man, it's the beginning. Get that stuff out your house, man. You don't really need it. You know, what does Alexa really do for you? Like that you can't do for yourself. You know, like order stuff for you, like cool, but at the same time, like you're opening the doors for something worse.
Oh, I did have Siri turned off. I'm sorry.
See, bro. Because next thing you know, you're gonna start getting these smart homes, and then whoever controls anybody can get access. Then all of a sudden, why can't I leave my house? You are an American terrorist. What did I do? You said something. You can't leave your house. They lock you in.
Siri, did you go to church today? Siri, did you go to church today? You said you're listening.
Bro, you got to, are you holding the button? Like, what are you doing?
Oh. Siri, did you go to church today? Siri, did you go to church today?
Bro, she didn't go, bro.
Man, this is some...
That's what I'm saying. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point?
Where is the nearest Burger King? Okay. I don't get this.
You still got on that, bro. I hope you don't got it on that man's voice. What's the man's name? Alex?
It's Siri still.
Oh, I thought you switched to the man.
Oh, okay. Now she.
Or maybe his name is Samson or Saul or Samuel. Samuel.
All right.
Or Silas.
Okay. Siri, did you go to church today?
I don't have an answer for that.
I bet you don't.
Wow, bro. Why you got that man talking to you like that, bro? Why you got that white man talking to you? Just joke.
Siri, I liked your voice better when you was a female.
I don't think that really matters.
Ooh, he likes you, B. He likes you, B. He said, listen, whatever your preference, boo. Whatever your preference. Hey, bro, you better stop flirting with that man, bro. You a married man.
All right, I'm gonna
ask him if he's in the closet. Just ask him if he's in the closet.
Wow. Siri,
ask him if he's coming out there.
Are you coming out of the closet?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yes, me.
Hey, BD, you better
Ladies
get that man off your
breaking
phone.
news on the Good Guys podcast. The Siri male voice
is gay.
It's gay.
He definitely with the soul groove. He with the soul groove.
Oh, man. This is ridiculous.
Get that man off your phone, bro, before you start leaking pictures of you. Before he blackmails you.
I have some pictures of you in compromising positions. What?
PD, what was you picking up off the floor? BD, bend with your knees, BD. Bend out with your back, bro.
Wow. All right. Let's get back on topic.
I try to have a Sunday afternoon nap, BD. I try.
You need one. You need one. All right. So that's my weekly airing of grievances. We're gonna get off on another topic here, which ties into the question that I was trying to ask Siri, and it has to do with church. So we're gonna talk about mega churches and whether or not you prefer to go to a mega church, or if you prefer to go to, you know, a smaller, more localized church environment. And we'll talk about the pros and cons of each. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here, but it's just interesting to hear different perspectives. So we'll weigh in, and then you guys definitely hop in the comments and let us know what you guys think about which one you prefer.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go first, BD.
Let me go first.
Yeah, because you would keep it funny. I don't want to get serious. You'll keep it real funny.
I'm not a funny guy. I don't know what that means. For me, it's hard to say. Like, I've been to both, and there are things about both that I like. On the so for the mega churches, I know when I lived in Charlotte, I regularly went to Elevation Church, and you have a lot of people that have negative things to say about Elevation, and then you have the people that swear by it. So there's pros and cons again, like I said. But I think if I had to lean one way or the other, I probably lean towards the mega churches more so. And that's just a preference just for me, because I feel like, I think for our generation, I think times change, and then so I don't know, it's hard. It's hard, Jake.
I think we're bringing. Yeah, I think
so. Okay, so some of the more localized or smaller churches, and not all, but sometimes, especially if you're talking about the traditional Baptist churches, that your parents grew up in, sometimes, they don't necessarily evolve with the times. Sometimes I might want to pay my tithes, but I might not have cash or check, So
you used to get that envelope.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the envelope no more, man. I kind of need you to have an app. I kind of need an app. All right. So I can go in, enter my credit card information. So I don't even have to put it in every week. I can just spam, Is that wrong? Is it wrong to be, convenient when it comes to paying your tithes? Should it be difficult?
I mean, they don't have the same people that was over those auxiliaries. Those are still over those auxiliaries are still old. And I think the problem is that a lot of the young people, which is dangerous. I think well, I'll let you finish your pros and cons before I get into my,
that's
my dissertation.
Yeah, so that's one of the pros, is the advent of technology and things like that. Also, music. I think, our generation, we kind of like to listen to a more progressive style of music versus the old, spirituals and hymns and things like that. So you tend to have that sometimes in the mega churches more so than the traditional churches. Yeah. And then there's cons, because, sometimes you don't really have that fellowship like you would have in a more smaller, intimate setting. So sometimes you'll end up going to church and you don't even know anybody, because it's different people every week. It seems like when you go to Elevation, I know, I don't remember really seeing the same people. It would be different people all the time. You might not have that ability or, open door policy, if you will, to talk to your pastor. It's harder to get to the pastor sometimes at the mega churches. And then sometimes I feel like our generation can get caught up in entertainment to a certain degree.
There we go.
You know what I mean? You don't want, to get on a serious note, the word of God and, the scriptures and Christ, should stand alone as enough. So you shouldn't need to add, the flashing lights and the gizmos and the gadgets and, the music to get you to come to church. If that's your reason for coming to church, then I think that's wrong. And I think that happens a lot sometimes with the mega churches. So that would be kind of my cons to it. But I don't know. I think there's a healthy balance of making sure you have solid word being taught, but still, being progressive and having technology making things, easier for people who want to give and, and get involved in things like that. But yeah, there's pros and cons to both of them. But J.E., I'll let you go ahead and go.
Yeah, I got a list. So just anyway, my premise before I get into my pros and cons of both, my premise is people understanding that the church is a resource, not the source, if that makes sense. When you understand what the church is a body of people coming together for a specific goal, mission, which is the commission of Christ, which is to go into all the world and preach the gospel and make disciples of every man, right? Every person.
Right.
And I think that gets lost in both sectors. I think you got the mega church pastor who has made it.
Right.
And their methodologies are too mainstream. Their methods are too mainstream.
Right.
And I always tell people the methods you use to get people are the methods you're going to have to use to keep them.
Right.
And so I think the progressiveness of culture, the progressiveness of society has caused a lot of people to go corporate versus Christ-centered, right? So their methods are more their methods are more corporate than Christ, because the things of Christ take time. It's easy to build a brand, but it's harder to build people.
Okay.
It's easy to build a brand. Like if you look at most mega churches, the pastor's brand is bigger than the brand of the church, right?
And they're businesses, like they're corporations, man.
They're corporations. And I think that's the subtlety of the love of money. I think, when something is working and you're making a lot of money, sometimes you make so much money, if you don't really have a mission of what you want. Like I've learned this from both victories that we went to, like Victory Christian in Charlotte and Victory Christian in Tulsa. I've never seen humble preachers whose ministries were bigger than them. Pastor Gould and Pastor Daugherty, right?
Right.
Like I'm not saying everything they did was perfect. I'm not sitting there saying it, but they were mega church pastors in a small town. Like, how can I make it? There were small town people with mega churches.
Okay.
And so what I mean by that is how many shelters, how many, they just had so much going on daily for the community. Right.
Right.
So when it comes to that, I just hope people understand that everything big is not God, and not everything small is the devil. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you're building a brand, that's easy because you got marketing methods. But when you got to deal with people and discipleship, like making volunteers is not making disciples. People got parking lot attendants, greeters, tech crews. They put them to work, but they don't let the word work on them. So here's my pros and cons. I don't know if I should start with mega church or small church. What you think, man?
It doesn't matter. Go with one. And
let's start with the big. Let's go to mega. The pros for a mega church, I can hide myself.
I don't know if that's a pro or what.
That's a pro, man. I can hide myself, bro. I don't need unwanted people to hold me accountable.
I feel you though.
I need to be able to walk in when the last song is sung, get the word, and leave before the benediction. When they start doing like when they start doing invitations, I'm out. I'm saved. I don't need to rededicate. I'm here, but I'm gone, right? Because a con of a mega church is getting out of that parking lot. That's a con. So if I can get there when everyone's parked and leave before everyone leaves, I'm good. So a pro of a mega church is I can just tiptoe in, tiptoe out.
That is a wonderful pro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, bro, listen, man. A small church, you got to put that one finger up.
Boy,
when you're in a small church, you got to, because you get up, you interrupt in service. That's how small the church is.
Sister Jenkins gonna pull you to the side before you get to the last pew, and she gonna be like, "Now baby, now you're not supposed to be leaving."
Oh, why they be trying to guilt us to stay? I'm like, man, look, man, I got life outside of the church.
Is everything okay with you, baby? Let me pray with you, baby, really quick. Let's step right outside.
I'm trying to catch the game. That's what I'm trying to do. I done got my word, man. Because honestly, I look at church as a restaurant.
Okay.
I treat the word of God at my house like cooked meals. Most people are fed more through restaurants than learning how to cook for themselves. When you become overly dependent on the church for everything, you could be malnourished. Not even malnourished, but you could be nourished in a bad way. Like they got chemicals. At least at home, these ingredients are raw are organic, because this is you and the word and the ghost, right?
Right.
In mega churches, if you so depend on whatever church, it's crazy how so many people serve the church more than they serve their families.
Okay.
That's why I'm training myself to only go where I'm sent, and that's not easy.
Right.
Being able to turn down stuff to be accessible and available to my family is important. I think we've lost the principles of ministry. So for me, most of my meals are cooked at home spiritually. I cook for myself. When I go and get a word from my church, is confirmation, is inspiration, is convicting, is rebuking. And I take that to the home and I chop it up. You know what I'm saying? So another pro is that mega churches are more up to date. They're more easy on the eye. You know what I'm saying? You're not like going through 4 or 5 hoops to do one thing. It's up to date.
Right.
The systems, they got more support from people, more volunteers. The systems. You go to a small church, they don't got no systems, man. You got 3 different color envelopes for 3 different ways to give. You know what I'm saying? Like and don't go to them old school churches, man. I grew up in a church where you could ask for change.
Wow.
Hey, yo, I got a 20. You got 2 5s. What you got? So that's cool, man. When you got a 20, but you really want to give 5, bro, you gotta give me that change back. Run me that change.
Right. Exactly.
Mega churches also give that corporate energy. That's a pro sometimes. That could be confusing. That could be manipulation or hypnotism. But it has that. Growth gives you that feel like, oh wow, that's what we're doing. We're planting this. And mega church, another pro is that there's resources. More money, more resources.
Right.
You're able to you can volunteer in multiple different places. You got a marriage hall, you could get married. There's a lot of resources with a bigger church. There's more things you can support and be supported by.
Okay.
My cons is too big and you get lost in time of need.
Okay.
Now I just said out of one breath, I can hide myself.
Exactly.
But at the same time, a con can be even in you hiding when you need somebody.
They can't find you.
That's why my church has Victory has 2,000, 3,000 members. But I'm glad that I got a connection with the pastor where I can text. And that's one thing about Pastor Good. I respect that he gives everybody his house number.
Wow.
When you become a member.
Ooh.
And he's old school. I know, but that's every shepherd needs to know every sheep.
Yeah.
Or at least open it, not know, but that's the beauty of it. Sometimes you have such a big church, but you don't know the people. Like I want to, when I start my church, like I got my own methods on how I'm gonna do church. I'm not gonna put all my techniques and methods on here now, but when you build the people, you don't have to worry about being built yourself. When all your pastors and all the people up under you love their wives, are not addicted to certain things, then you don't have to worry about scandals. You don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Because you took the time to invest in building before you gave people the opportunity to build something for you. Because someone that you allow to build for you with a bad name can mess up your credit score and your name. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a con is it too big, and you will never get a chance to talk to the pastor.
No.
Unless you're at the gas station. You never, yeah. Too many Christians.
Okay.
Not enough. The dilution of converts. Meaning a big church doesn't mean everyone in there is converted.
Okay.
So big churches leaves more room for compromise because many preachers are not going to preach a certain way because he knows I need that cash flow. If I preach too much conviction, too much Christ, too much change, then I will lose the millennials or I'll lose the people that are supporting me. And sometimes you have these big movements with these big churches whose main focus is entertainment. Like I got no knock to these big churches and stuff, but when you really look at them, they're selling an experience.
Right. That's true.
So they even call them experiences.
Yeah.
Think about the terminology. come have an experience.
A worship experience.
A worship experience. So you mean to tell me you're open only on Saturdays and Sundays for an experience, but you're not open from Monday to Friday? So my thing is, it's like, it's this new wave of Christian churches has been so much on experience than self-examination.
Right.
And I think that's the danger, is that's what makes Christians not converts, quote unquote. A convert is pricked by the gospel, led to change through repentance, and you begin to see the old areas in that person's life supernaturally become newer each day. So a con is you have a lot of people who ain't really there for Christ, but there for, a good message and motivating message versus, am I even converted?
Right.
And last but not least, a con for mega churches is too much entertainment, man.
Yeah.
Too much entertainment. And so I don't know if you want to elaborate on some of those before I go to my small churches.
Yeah, no, I was going to agree. Like, that's a good point about with the mega churches, when you have so many members in the congregation, like the more people you have, the more different demographics, the more different values and morals, the more different beliefs you're going to have. So that's the more, that you have to cater your message to, I guess, in a way. I think if you're in a church and just a pure unadulterated word is being preached, some of them people gonna get weeded out. Like, you're not gonna be able to accommodate all them people because you're gonna offend some people.
Nah.
The word will offend some.
And that's what happened in my own ministry. If I could be honest, if I could be transparent, that's what's happened to me. Back in the day, man, I was focused on poetry, bringing artists in. I was so focused. My message was like 25 minutes long, but I gave 50 certain minutes to entertainment, but gave you 20 minutes of word and then I was averaging 50 plus people a week, 50, 60 on a Thursday night. Right. It was packed some days. But when I got into workshop mode and the word of God, and that's it,
Right.
Like, man, I'm only averaging like 12 to 20 people a week.
Right.
12, and sometimes there's only 5 of us in there, but I am more fulfilled doing it that way because I understand, and I've been behind a lot of big churches and saw, I don't want that fruit. I don't want a bunch of dead people trying to bring to life something. I don't want a bunch of people that don't got the Holy Ghost and discernment and the aspirations of growth and being the best that they can be in Christ and pursuing. I want that energy. And I think people overlook what the Bible alludes to in Acts, that God saw fit for them to add 3,000 people to them.
Right.
Meaning God has to see, do you have the systems for the people? It's nothing wrong with being big, but you got to have specific systems that weed out the wheat from the weeds. Right. You see what I'm saying? And you have to be okay knowing that the wealth of the body, or the surplus of the body, is not from the people, it's from God. And more ministers are putting their trust in the people to supply their needs versus saying, like what Jesus did when 70 some people and the crowds left and Jesus started talking them hard sayings. He looked to his disciples and said, y'all want to leave too? Even he didn't care about numbers.
Right.
But everywhere you go, numbers. But can you measure disciples? God don't measure how many people come on a Sunday. He measures who have been converted. So when you get so focused on internet, that's why these it's overrated to me. It's cool. I've been in a lot of these services, no knock to them, but a lot of this stuff is hypnotism. They're utilizing music, light, sound to get you in a trance-like state, to cause you to idolize the preacher, to keep you away from the Father. It's been proven that these people do this. Wolves are in the mainstream, ladies and gentlemen. The devil don't put wolves underground.
Okay.
Wolves are mainstreams. And so that's my pros and cons for mega churches. I'll get to the small churches in a minute.
Go ahead with the small churches.
Oh, okay. I guess less than a minute. All right. My pros for the small church is that it's more sense of community.
Okay.
You know the people, they know you, a fresh sense of community. If you got a good pastor in a small church, you got a connection to that pastor. You know his name, you know his family. You can schedule a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You can sit down with the head pastor.
Right.
Number 3, you got your accountability. You got people that it's annoying,
Right.
but you can have certain brothers or sisters that, if they're serious about their walk, can hold you accountable.
Right.
Number 4, you have a better chance of examining fruit. Now you can see where the money going. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
You can
More
see.
transparency.
And even with more transparency, even in big churches, if your eyes are open and you haven't drunk the Kool-Aid, you can see the fruit. I see some of these preachers wearing these tight jeans. I'm like, y'all go to this church?
What's wrong with tight jeans?
Bruh, no. You're a preacher wearing skinny jeans, tight jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen pastors sit on other men's laps.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen preachers. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So like these are some. I ain't gonna name no names. So I'm not a name dropper. But when you are disciplined and dedicated to God, depending on Him, you see better. I tell people, the more consecrated you are, the clearer His will is to you. His will is evident in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
He says you'll know them by their fruit. Okay, let me ask you something, BD.
Okay.
Can you trust a preacher preaching in tight jeans? What does a preacher in tight jeans communicate to you?
I don't think it.
Be honest, B. Be honest.
What does a preacher in tight jeans communicate to me?
I mean, tight jeans walking on the stage in front of. I'm talking about tight jeans. I'm talking about like. I wish I could show the people pictures. like it almost like they. I don't.
I mean,
bro,
are we
just be honest? We ain't talking not straight legs, not straight
legs. Are we talking fit, or are we talking about genuine?
We talking about fitted pants and then painted on. We're talking about from fitted down.
I do not trust a man if he has jeans on and they look like they've been painted on. No.
Exactly, and that's the trend now. Would you trust a man who has another man on his back in a picture, piggyback ride, a grown man?
I can't say that I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, it depends on the context.
Would you? Okay. The picture is giving you the context. Would you trust a person?
Maybe he's carrying another fellow believer on his back. There's nothing wrong with that.
What about certain mannerisms? If you even catch a whiff of feminine traits, would you still go?
Well, see, that can be a con for both mega churches and small churches because sometimes these worship leaders, I just don't know.
Hey, man, we talking about the pastor now, bro.
Just saying.
Anyway, you know what? My favorite part of a pro for small churches, bro. The food and the fellowship.
My goodness,
bro, you about to pass on this third point. You smell Big Mama back there with the chicken. Oh my
and them collars cooking up with the ham hocks.
Oh man, the fellowship is better with small churches. BD. Why go out to eat when you get to church? But what also sucks though when they start charging for the plates, man. A con for small churches is all these fundraisers. Car wash this day, pie sale that day.
Hey, this is a small church up here. It's probably the only black church I think in the area. But they on Fridays from like 11 to 2 serve soul food plates out of the back room, and it is amazing. They've got fried chicken, they've got ribs, mac and cheese, collards, potato salad. They've got it all. And I'm just like, they should start a restaurant, but that's on another whole tip.
but that's what happens, man. The small churches don't see their potential. They have good things, they don't have the business.
Right, because I'm like, y'all, they would there's no soul food restaurants up here. So if they were to open like that kitchen, say just that time every day, like they would make a killing. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, they make a killing. My cons is small church, everyone's in your business. Everyone's in your business, from the ushers to the mothers, to the pastor's daughter trying to holler. Everybody trying to in your business. Lack of technology. Both of them got cons, man, because you're dealing with people. That's why my heart goes out to people who have been church hurt. The thing is, you were church hurt, not
Right.
Christ hurt. Don't allow church hurt to lead you away from Christ. No matter where you go, you're going to deal with imperfect people following a perfect God. That's why you have to go where you're sent. People be picking churches. I'm like, did God lead you there? Because many people say God led me here. Then as soon as the preacher say something that step on your toes, now you going to somewhere else. That don't make sense. The math ain't right. But those are my pros and cons. Both of them have a con that I really hate, and that's emotionalism. They prey off of people's emotions to excrete from them cash, money, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a larger issue that I think is going on with churches on both ends of the spectrum. But
go where you're sent. Church is important, but it ain't that important in regards to being an idol.
Right.
You have to make sure you understand if you eat out, you suffer those consequences. You got to know how to cook at home.
Yeah, like me personally, I feel like church is important because the word says it is important. But I feel like church is kind of like your victory lap, like at the end of the week. Like you should get most of your nourishment from your relationship and your time with God, getting in prayer and getting in the scriptures. And then going to church is just, sharing that joy and that fellowship that you have with Christ with other believers and building each other up, and then, you get a little encouragement, a little word from the pastor. That's like icing on the cake. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be your main course, like meal. Like it should be kind of like your dessert. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's powerful, man. It should be that. It was supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a place of fellowship to strengthen our brothers that are weak, strengthen our sisters that need help. It's like church shouldn't be reserved for one day. It should be like a celebration of what we did throughout this week. And I'm gonna give you a couple of bars, and then we out. Go spend time with your family, and don't worship me. I'm just a man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of how
it's a bunch of insecure people being pastors, because anybody can get a title, but not everybody can get an anointing. You got to have an anointing for this.
Yeah, and I definitely feel that way. Like that's on both ends of the spectrum as well. Like sometimes people end up getting into idolization of these pastors, and that comes from not having your own personal relationship with God that's strong, that you get your fulfillment and your nourishment from. If you're looking to that pastor for that nourishment, and it's only one time a week, then you're gonna think, you know what I mean, that he's on a higher pedestal than he really should be in your life. So
and then you being breastfed. Like God don't want breastfed people. He wants people to know how to cook for themselves. And imagine how strong a church would be if everyone is spiritually literate. Imagine the impact of a church if everyone is being discipled. Imagine the power of it. Like the fruit of the church is predicated on the idolatry in the church. Because if you think about it, how many shelters are in your city right now? In your mega church, how many shelters have your church put up versus campuses? How many what's the shelter to campus ratio? Let's look at those campuses. How often are they open to the public for help? How many clinics are in there? How many people focus things are there? Look, and even you small churches, like what is the pastor's dream? Because yes, he's despising these small beginnings because he's not appreciative of the small beginnings. Why does he want to have a big church? I always ask people why. Well, Josh, I want to do this. Why? Josh, I want to do that. Why? Why? Because God don't care about your what. He cares about your why. And so that's the heart that I had to check, and that we have to check, is that, are we really helping our community? Charlotte is the Bible Belt. Tulsa was the other Bible Belt, right? So why are those two cities still got race problems? Why are those two cities still got poverty problems? Why do those two cities still got homelessness issues? If there's a church on every block, then every block should be covered.
True.
There should be no poverty. Do you know how much money passes through churches every Sunday? I know for a fact Elevation gets almost $500,000 a week.
Yeah.
Because I got, they give you the book, they give you magazine. And I'm not talking no junk to them. I'm just saying that's a lot. Just for one church, one mega church gets $500,000 a Sunday. That's $2 million a month.
Right. In their defense, I mean, they do have programs and stuff like that in place.
Oh no, I'm not talking about it. Yeah, I'm not talking about a negative way. I'm not saying them. I just know that's a lot of money. I'm not talking about they do. I don't know what they do. I'm pretty sure they Elevation is very philanthropic. They definitely do their thing. I'm not sitting there saying that. I'm just saying if we put that, what if every church gave 10% to a citywide bucket? And that citywide bucket every month goes into the community. Not go into the community, but build the people in the community. Because we can throw money in there, but if we don't teach people how to manage the resources, we haven't truly reached them.
That's very.
And that's why I want to be patient and gracious to these people, because it's a tough job. So I'm not here to judge anyone. It's a tough job. You're dealing with people, and so I know it from my low level is difficult. So I'm not knocking these big preachers. I'm knocking people who are idolizing them. And I'm hoping people can see the wolves for wolves and know the difference, so they won't be trapped in a scheme. Then you get touched and then you sexually harassed because you were in a place that you weren't supposed to be.
All right. Well, yeah. Hop in the comments. Let us know how you feel.
Oh, forgive that preacher if he touched you. Forgive him. Let it go.
Let us know if you prefer mega churches or smaller localized churches. And
let us know your pros and cons of both. That'd be a great conversation.
Let's chop it up. Let's talk about that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and transition into another topic that's a little bit more substance than we normally have on the Good Guys podcast.
Hey, bro, listen, I don't pick these topics. When you came to me with that, I said, BD, come on.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. No, it's good. It's good for us to have some substance here sometimes.
But listen, if you've been church hurt, the church can't heal church hurt. Only Christ can heal that.
That's right.
Anyway, I'll say that for later. Go ahead, BD.
All right. So we're going to move on to the segment that is sweeping the nation. The segment that will be the focus of a future Food Network television show.
You better believe it.
We're speaking into existence, LeVar Ball style.
I think Jesus had that first. We'll go with it. We'll go. I see what.
You know what? It's Smash.
He was the first. He was the first triple. Anyway.
What? Oh, okay. I kind of see what you did there.
Triple.
But yeah.
Trinity. I was trying to find 3 B's, but I couldn't think. Boss God, bodyguard.
No. Just stop.
Okay.
All right. Smash or pass. All right. And we're not talking about males or females. We are the Good Guys podcast. We have higher moral standards. So we're talking about food. Would you smash or would you pass? Today's Smash or Pass comes from a restaurant, and this may be a pass from the jump. It's called Hillbilly Hot Dogs, and it's in West Virginia.
Ooh. Hopefully that's by the highway.
We might need to see where this restaurant exactly is, because if it's too far back in the woods in West Virginia, it's just going to be a no.
It's just going to be a no. I'll listen. I'll listen with the.
Let's give them a chance. All right. So they've got the Home Wrecker. That's what they call this hot dog.
Wow.
Described as 15 inches of pure eaten pleasure.
Okay.
We're gonna, What's on it?
Keep going. These people, boy, they know what they doing.
All right. Jalapenos, sauteed peppers and onions, nacho cheese, habanero chili sauce, mustard, slaw, lettuce, tomato, and shredded cheese piled high on a 15-inch one.
Why did you? Why did you pick this? You know, you can't read through that, man. You know you can't read through that, bro.
I can't.
You know good and well we're doing our best to be upstanding gentlemen. And there are just certain things that are completely against us being that. Okay.
I don't think I read it out loud before I decided.
That's what, bro. What's wrong with you? You've been in that field too long, BD. You've been in that field. Give it 2-ply tissue, bro. And you come back talking about some 15-inch home wrecker. Of course, that's gonna wreck up.
I'm gonna finish.
BD, why did you pick this, man? Why?
All right, give me a second.
Oh man.
Piled high.
Oh god.
This is the grand finale. Kicker. A 15-inch, 1 pound all beef weenie in a big old bun.
Please don't let this make y'all think we're immature.
People are gonna think so much less of us.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, people of the Good Guys podcast. We're completely mature, well-adjusted adults.
Yes.
But yeah, that is.
Next week, I'm gonna do my best to be in part of the production talks.
Yeah, maybe we should. Sometimes I need.
Maybe you should bring a reverend. Make sure you need to bring a reverend in to.
Yeah. That was an interesting description, to say the least. But
well, we made it through. No, we made it through. We ain't say nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's a really big hot dog. Okay, it has a lot of things on it. It looks delicious.
Hurry up, man!
That was it.
That
was
okay,
it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to read it again?
No, we good.
You good? You got the concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you smashing or are you passing?
I'm not smashing, bro. After that description, I'm not gonna have nobody walk by the window seeing me try eat this hot dog. I don't want nobody insinuating I have a talent that I don't have. So I'll pass it. Or I mean that thing with a fork and knife.
Eat it with a eat it with a fork and knife.
Yeah, man. Fork and knife.
I'm smashing.
Man. You in the Army, so let me
first
see.
And foremost, I'm getting this to go. All right. If you,
I mean, this is from
if you eat it, if you, I'm going to read it as quoted by the website. If you get her done in under 12 minutes, you get a free Homewrecker T-shirt. I'm going to have to leave that T-shirt behind. I feel like I could probably get it done in under 12 minutes, but I'm not sitting in there and eating this hot dog. I'm not. I'm getting it to go.
Listen, man, that thing I got no Nike check on it, I'm going. If it ain't talking about my home record because I crossed you up on the court, I ain't getting that shirt, bro. Well, they gonna be like, "Where'd you get that shirt, man? You can't wear that shirt in public." Yeah. First off, your wife gonna be like, "You a home wrecker?"
Yeah.
Whose home have
you
exactly?
Wrecked? Yeah.
Man, honestly, bro, where's the picture of it, man? I gotta see.
Hillbillyhotdogs.com.
They got a picture. I see the cartoon picture. I want to see the real deal.
That's true. I don't know. See, do they have an actual picture of it?
Because, a hot dog, they may have a burnt. You know how the hot dog got the burnt stuff on it? I don't like them burnt hot dogs.
Right. Bro. Oh, my goodness.
I like mine's kind of broiled.
I don't see one black person on this entire website. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, man. I don't think we're invited.
I'm not sure if we're welcome.
Honestly, man, that thing, no, man. I just can't. I'll do it if it's just chili and cheese. But like I said, man, I'm a call in. You know what I'm gonna sound? Hey, man, this is my name is Josh, and and I'm just new in the area. I just want to order y'all's home wrecker. Because if you walk in there like a black man,
boy.
Well, yeah, what you doing around these parts?
What you doing around these parts, boy?
And I don't know what I don't know what they're gonna do to my hot dog, bro. I'm just gonna order like a white man.
That's true. Oof.
Yeah, man, I'm passing, bro. That's West Virginia, bro. Now I got some good friends in West Virginia that are great. They're white. They loving people. We're not talking about the people that go to college there. We're not talking about the people that are black there. We're talking about, first off, let me see where they're.
So what I would do
what part of West Virginia?
We go to West Virginia. You hit up your friends that you've got in West Virginia. Say, hey, I want to go get a homewrecker at Hillbilly Hot Dogs. I need you to go in there and I need you to order it and I need you to bring it out to me. Under those circumstances, I would smash.
Yeah. Or I would just give me like a West Virginia football jersey.
That's true. That's true.
Act like I play for the. Act like, hey man. One thing about racist people, they love their select blacks. I tell you that.
If you're helping the Mountaineers win the Big East this year, they're going to be all for you. So.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna walk in like I'm a football player, plays for the Mountaineers.
There you go. I'll walk in with the basketball jersey. And I think we can pull it off.
I don't think that's basketball town. That's football town. Oh well, the way your body's built, that's real. Just act like you're the kicker. Just say I'm the kicker. Okay. I'll just bring yours to the car because I look like a football player. I'll bring yours. I'll just order two.
Pretend like I'm a basketball player. They love the basketball team there.
Honestly, man, I pass because I want to have my life. You know. And there is not a hot dog in this world over 7 inches that I don't want. What's the regular size of a hot dog? Or I can do a foot long. God dang, 15.
Yeah, it's 15, man.
Bruh, man, nah, that's definitely getting a fork and knife.
Yeah, you can't. You can't even eat that. Like, well, yeah, you could. You too.
When I went to Sonic's and got the foot long, bruh, I drove off the premises. I saw them hand me that thing because I never had a foot long. They hand me that thing. I said, "Oh, I'm not eating this here." Dude. Oh man! And that was the last time I ordered a foot long because I felt uncomfortable, bro. I got burgers, bro. I got burgers and the little patty melt breakfast sandwich.
Wow.
Nah, bro, I passed. Man, imagine walking up there saying, never mind. I'm good, bro. First off, if Whole Foods made them, then I'll try it. Yeah, but
wow. Okay. Just because it's Whole Foods doesn't mean it's healthy.
I mean, it's healthier.
Okay. All right. So I am maybe provisionally smashing. Yeah, ish.
Man, it's definitely how I'm feeling that day, man. I don't know, man. That thing is
in a vacuum, like not considering any other circumstances, I would smash with a fork and knife. But I would smash. It looks delicious. But
yeah, I would just only have chili and cheese on mine, bro. I keep mine simple, man.
Then it's not the home record, Josh. So you're passing.
Yeah, I'm passing because I don't got that's coleslaw. Nobody got time for that, man. And got white stuff. Okay.
What's up?
Yeah. No, I said it. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
I don't want no coleslaw on mine, bro.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're gonna move on.
Please hurry.
To this week's one. I just got to go. I think we've got a good one this week.
Okay, let's get into it, brother.
All right, so this week's one's got to go is, and I'm going to have to explain it a little bit. So if you're looking for a significant other, these are traits that you would look for in a significant other, but one of them has to go. You can keep 3 of them, but one of them has to go.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is a car or transportation.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The second one is the ability to cook.
Oh, okay.
The third one is good credit.
Hey.
And the fourth one is a good career. The 4 C's
of companionship. Oh yeah, BD.
Sounds like
BD. That sound like a message. That sound like a sermon, brother. I'm just joking.
It does.
Car, cooking, credit, career. Let me start with car.
Okay.
I don't got time to drive you everywhere. You see what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you. Like,
there's nothing worse than an idle woman, boy. That's nothing worse. So the car and career might gotta stay. Car and career might gotta stay. I need you to get you to where you gotta go, and I gotta have you go somewhere that you gotta. I need you to have a career in a car. So those two.
And I feel like it's not even. I feel like for a car, I don't think it's as big of a deal for us as if we're looking at a female as it would be for a female looking at a male. But it's
of course,
very important.
Yeah, ladies, you need a man that has a car. Don't get me now. Come on, man. It depends. Just because you met a man in a low place doesn't mean he doesn't have high aspirations. You know what I'm saying? So I remember times where I had to walk places. That didn't change who I was as a man. But at the same time, you got to make sure you got a progressive man who's going after stuff for his own. And I wouldn't be in a relationship with a guy. If you being a girl, I wouldn't advise a girl to be with a guy who's not progressive in sustaining himself to prove that he can take care of himself. So, okay. but if you see that, his car broke down, he's been without a car, something happened, then you got to give him grace, but don't connect yourself until you see that he can sustain himself. But as far as a guy, man, y'all have us go everywhere. You ain't had no car.
Yeah, man, that stuff is annoying, man. Like, I'm sorry.
Stuff,
when I first came out, I was like, oh, car, that's not that big of a deal. Then the more I think about it, it's like, man, if she don't got no whip, that means you got to take her to work. That means anytime you got to take her to the grocery store. Like, she going to be blowing you up all the time.
All the time.
There. She's completely dependent on you.
Nah, I don't want no complete dependence.
Right.
I'm not God. I can't hold you like he can, exactly. Like I like to get lost and get away and act like I'm somewhere. but I don't want to be in a place where, man, again, why you didn't pick up the juice when we was there 10 minutes ago? I dropped you off. Once I drop you off, that's it.
That's it. I hope you got everything you need.
Because men will always ask you, is that everything?
Right.
Did you get everything? Because once the shoes are off, I'm telling you, BD, once I walk into my house and my shoes are off, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking, listen. Now let me proceed with this with gentleness.
Okay.
I'm not expecting you to be an expert. I'm just hoping that you desire to be educated.
There has to be some potential there.
There has to be some. You got to be able to. You got to be able to do the basics.
Can you make a decent spaghetti?
That's it. If that starts there, baby, start there. If you can make spaghetti, you okay.
We can work.
We can work, and I also need. Listen. I need this. I need this from you. I need this. I need for you to be able to scramble some eggs, get some and be able to make a pancake. It don't got to be perfect like mama's round. It don't got, but I can't have a pancake with the gooey stuff in the middle.
Don't give me an undercooked pancake.
Man, you talk about turned off. There's nothing you can make that pancake naked. If I get that pancake gooey, I am disgusted.
And don't you give me no runny eggs either, because then we've got a problem.
Listen, baby girl, if you don't know how to do your oil and butter first, you got to set the right amount of butter to ensure the egg is cooked all the way. And so I just say,
And that's basic. Like, that's not complicated cooking. Like, a decent spaghetti and be able to cook breakfast. Those are like the basics. If you can give me that, all right. We can work on it.
And listen. Don't waste our time. Don't try to do something that don't do nothing for me that you haven't done for your mama first.
No.
See, there we go. That's a message. Don't cook for me what you haven't allowed to be tested by experts.
Exactly.
Pass that thing by your mama first. And listen. Don't be boastful. Stay humble. Sit down, be humble.
That's right.
See? Because Y'all be talking a big game. When y'all get us, y'all bring us the way to a man's heart through the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So y'all got us. Oh yeah, I can do that. Mm-hmm. We watching Food Network together. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh, word. Exactly. And then you tell me not even to pick up nothing. You got me. And when I get there, I got pink in my chicken. You trying to kill me?
You trying to kill me?
You trying to kill me?
Yeah. So realistic expectations, right?
Realistic expectation, and just grow from there. I'll work with you. I'll get in there. That's beautiful, man. I'll get in there with you. You know what I'm saying? But take your time. Spaghetti and breakfast. Start there. Master those two.
Okay.
And then maybe we can graduate you into chicken wings. Maybe we can get you into the whole wing on how to cook it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But credit, yeah, you got to have. Listen, well, let me just because credit is one of those things where I pass. I know I got to be smart out here. Nah, I'm good. So career. like I said with career, man, you gotta be productive, man. There's nothing worse than a woman waiting on you to not be productive. If I want us both to be tired by Friday afternoon. I want us both to be, because there's nothing worse than you working all week and she ain't working and nothing like that, ain't doing nothing, or she got an easy job and you come home tired, and then she want to do stuff. Woo. We both got to come home Friday saying, let's see if we can do something on Saturday.
Right. We'll work this thing out on Saturday, girl. I got that.
I got it. Listen, I don't want no girl that got plans for me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a part-time job I ain't getting paid for. That's a part-time job. I can't get no cheeks because we ain't married. So how you paying me? You can't make spaghetti.
Wow.
So you making plans for me, and I gotta pay. Many other plans in a woman's heart, but it's the purpose of this sleep that's going to prevail.
Wow.
Listen, we both so tired that let's try this Saturday. Okay. Sunday after church. Let's date Sunday afternoon.
Wow. Okay.
Which one's got to go, Brandon? Whew, bro, BD, this might be the toughest one you done ever came up with, bro.
This is a tough one.
Man, this is a tough one, man. All gotta stay.
They all gotta stay. I need all of that.
I need all of that, BD. I'm sorry, B. I try to stick within the rules, B, but they all gotta, bro. You got me on this one. They all stay. Yes. That's my last. They all gotta stay. I need you to have a car. I need that. I need you to be able to drive me sometime. Like I got a truck. I you know what I'm saying? I want to be driven. I want to be able, because girls got newer cars than we got. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ride cooking, man. I be too tired, bro. I need that clutch spaghetti, that clutch breakfast, man. I need that. Credit, we need that.
We need that in order to get anywhere in life.
We need that. We need to work on that ASAP. We good. Let's ride. Career, I need that too, man. I need you productive. I can't have you out here, man.
One's got to go, J.E.
Waiting on, man. Complaining. The other C. Complaining has to go.
Nope. One of those four, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be able to work on,
I guess it depends on what stage,
That's true.
If you young in college, when you in college, you don't need, you building credit, you don't got no career. So you can, but let's start with where we at.
Okay.
32.
32.
32. At 32, I need you to have a car because, kids, if I'm not available, I can't have you stuck and stranded. You got to have a good car. So that's got to stay. We together. So I got to be fed, So it's between career and credit, man. Oh man, either way you go, man, you're gonna get backlash. Baby girl, I'll carry you. We'll work on your credit. Credit has to go.
Okay.
I can have patience with that. I can't have. Yeah, there we go. It all boils down. Well, dang, BD, all gotta stay. BD,
What's gotta go, JE? What's gotta go?
Man,
that's the name of the game.
Career. I'll say career can go.
Okay.
Because a career is different from a calling. Hey, girl, you dropped the career. Because if you called unto me, hey, and we're called together, hey, every joint supplies.
Oh, okay.
Call. I'll get rid of career because I know that we have a calling, and if we, that still don't make sense.
Either she's got a career or she's not.
I want my woman to have her dream, man. So credit has to go.
Okay.
Keep the career, keep the cooking, keep the car, because she has to have her own identity. She has to be able. I want her to go get hers. I want her to be great. Credit, we can work on that. We can always build credit. You know what I'm saying? We can make that work. But right now, I need a car. I need some cooking. I need you to be after your dreams.
Okay. All right.
And maybe my credit will help us until
right,
because she made some, but girls got good credit though. But anyway, dang BD.
Oh yeah, dog. Oh yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Well, your turn, bro.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. So car. Yeah. Like there's. Okay. So it kind of depends on where you're at. Like if you're in boyfriend, girlfriend, dating phase, like you got to have a car. Cause that's annoying, man. Like me having to pick you up and drive you everywhere. We talked about that. That's annoying.
Yeah.
At our age or in my situation, not so much. It would be nice, but we only have one car. So technically my wife, she has a car in that we share the vehicle, but it's not as important.
Yeah.
Where I'm at right now. Cooking is important. However, I myself can burn a little bit if I do say so myself. So some of that stuff I can do for myself. Also, there are restaurants. So if we're where I'm trying to get us to financially, we can eat out.
Oh, bro, man, get out of here, man. That's a good point. Okay, I'll let you finish. I might change I might call it audible.
Credit, I need that on point. Yeah. Because we trying to build.
Man,
we're trying to build. I'm changing for us to build.
Yeah, we're in the building stage.
Need to be able
I changed mine, Brandon. I'm going with cooking. Yeah, because I just thought I got anxiety just thinking about it. I just got anxiety, bro. Yeah, man. I got a little anxious and well doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta have credit, gotta have a career, gotta have a car. Cooking for me, man, because I can always teach you that. I can always buy food for us. But credit takes longer to build. I can teach. We can get you right. I can get Mama Dixon. I get my mama. We can make it
I'll
work.
tell you what. It's easier to learn how to cook than to improve your credit, man. That takes time. That takes years. If your credit is jacked up, it's gonna be a couple years.
Thank you for that wisdom, BD. Yeah, cooking, girl. You don't got. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
If your credit is right, and we can, we can purchase properties, and we can make moves that we need to make, and get our business together.
I could buy you a chef as a mentor.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can buy you. We can buy a person.
Man, listen, baby girl. Listen, I don't expect you to be Aisha Curry.
Yeah, you got to be Aisha.
She didn't start that way though. There's no proof. No, she didn't.
There's no way she did.
No way she didn't.
He's rich, and he probably hired a personal chef, and she probably hung around the personal chef to the point where she knows how to cook.
Yeah.
Career. It depends on the situation. My wife doesn't work. However, I do need you to be capable of
There we
having
go.
a career.
Good point.
Like, I like a woman who's got a little bit of education on her, some kind of education, maybe not finished college, but you went, or, how to, you're intelligent. You've got some applicable skills where you can hold down a good job. You have a passion, you have purpose, like, you know what I mean? You have things that you want to accomplish and that you want to do. So whether that is in the form of a 9-to-5 job, or whether that is in the form of, taking care of the home and maybe having your own little business on the side, something like that. Either way, I do need you to have some kind of career. I don't need you to just be leeching off of me. We need to be building together.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So for me, the one that's gotta go is probably cooking.
Yeah, cooking for me too, man. Cooking for me too.
I mean, it's important, but it's you can replace it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't replace bad credit. Like, if you don't got good credit, then
you can't get that tomorrow. Yeah, you can't get that tomorrow.
You know what I mean? A career, you know what I mean? Like, you can't replace a woman who has some kind of drive and some motivation, and can hold down a job if need be, have my back if some of the things fall through.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I'm going to say cooking, because if we got all those other things, if you got transportation to get where you need to go, if you got good credit, if you got a good career, hey, we can build and we can get to the point where, like you said, we can hire you a personal chef, or you can take some classes on the weekends or something like that if you want to do that, or we can just eat out, or you know what I mean? So
yeah. We can always grow to a place of cooking, man, because he's, that's a lost art, man. And everybody's grandma, everybody's mama didn't come out strong cooks. They all started somewhere. It's never too late to learn. And I think, but it is, you can't grow without a car. You can't grow without credit. You can't grow without a career. You can sure enough grow without cooking, because we can get people to cook for us.
You can. You certainly can. Or you can have those, what you call them? They got the blue apron and the...
Yeah, man. But who's going to cook
all that stuff?
Who's going to cook?
You still got to cook it technically.
Man, everybody spend no money and wait 2 days for it to get here, and you can't make it.
Boy.
That's best. Listen, man, hey, don't let nobody talk you into doing something. Like, listen, let's start with a pot and water. Let's see where
can you boil these hot dogs.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. If y'all go to that restaurant, man, don't talk to me, man. If I see you taking a picture with a 15-footer, man.
Wow. Hop in the comments. Let us know which one's got to go. I'm sure for the ladies, it'll be a little bit different because their priorities are a little bit different. So it'll be interesting to see which one from a guy that you would be able to let go, which ones you got to keep. Fellas as well, hop in there as well. Let us know how you feel about a potential suitor for yourself. And that should be interesting. Other than that, J.E., do you have a weekly motivational moment for the people?
Yeah, man. This is for all the people that's been church hurt. Only Christ can heal church hurt. Church people cannot heal church hurt. And I have 3 things I want you to stay mindful of, maybe 4, when it's dealing with church hurt. Number 1, hurt people hurt people. What I'm trying to say is that no matter where you go, you're going to find yourself in a place of hurting people. Some people are hurting internally, but you'll never see it beyond the fake smile on their face. But when people talk about you and they manipulate you and they deceive you and they hurt you, it's a reflection of their hurt. So number 1, you got to understand, no matter wherever you go, there's going to be flawed people who have the capability of hurting you. Hurt people hurt people. Number 2, your hope must be in Christ. No matter where you go, no matter what fellowship you're a part of, your ultimate trust and your ultimate hope must be in God, period. When you start putting your hope into other people, that's when you set yourself up to be hurt the most. When your ultimate hope is in God, it's hard for you to be hurt because you're not giving over too much of yourself to people who you haven't really decided or seen fruit of. And last but not least, stay humble, because you too may have hurted somebody. When you're dealing with church hurt, man, you got to make sure you understand that hurt people hurt people. Number 2, your hope must be in Christ. Number 3, you must stay humble in knowing that you got to be self-examining. And also, you got to give yourself time to heal. Do not allow hurt to lead you to isolation or into other groups that's only going to hurt you eternally. So that's all I got to say, man. Only Christ can heal church hurt. Church hurt is real. But don't let church hurt have a real damaging effect on your life that you now start talking negatively about Jesus and the whole fellowship in his body, because not everybody in the church building are Christians. That's all I got, BD.
All right. Excellent words of wisdom from JE as usual. We hope you guys have appreciated and enjoyed the show. I'm glad that y'all are still rocking with us. I know we were out for a couple of weeks, but we are back. And we will be here every week for you guys. Hop in the comments as usual. Comment. Let us know what you think about the episode. Let us know if you're smashing or passing the 15-foot wiener. Let us know if you are
15 feet. Yeah, that'd be 15 inches, brother.
Oh, my bad. 15-inch wiener. Let us let us know which one's got to go when you're looking.
I promise you that I will be in the productions meeting for next week's show. so that we're probably gonna have to rate this PG 28.
Right. But other than that, JE, you got anything else for the people, man?
Hey, man, if you're in the Charlotte area, man, come see me at Unplugged, 3646 Central Avenue. Go to iamunplugged.com to learn more about what I do through the Lord's help. YouTube, Joshua Ezzy, everywhere at my coach Josh, man. I would love to talk with you guys some more. Please comment below. I would love to see what you guys think about this. Until next time, we'll see y'all. Peace.
Peace.